I'm here at the Kotel, and last night they lit the flame, the torch, for Yom HaZikaron, and for 24 hours, 2 soldiers stand at attention, guarding the flame, which is the memorial light for the over 25,000 soldiers who fell defending the land of Israel. So we can return to the land of Israel and pray here at the Kotel Hamaravi. Last night there was a large gathering for the Michael Levine Lone Soldier Base for Yom HaZikaron. And I shared a thought there that the prophet Yeshayahu says that in the end of days your light will shine. And then he goes on to say how the children of Jerusalem will return to this land. And he says, "See, Saviv Enayach, lift your eyes and see, Kulam nikbetzu ba'olach." They've all gathered and come back to you, Jerusalem. Banayach mirachok yavo, your sons have come from a far distance. Ubanatayach altzate amana, and your daughters will come alongside them. And then the prophet Yeshayahu goes on to say, Mi ela ke'av tu'ufenu, who are these who fly like a cloud, ukiyona el arbotehem, and like a dove to its nest. And the first chief rabbi of Israel, Rabbi Avram Yitzchak HaKohen Cook, asks, why does the prophet Yeshayahu compare the sons and daughters coming back to Israel to a cloud that is flying, and to a Yonah, a dove, returning to its nest? And he explains that the difference between a cloud and a dove is that when a cloud flies in the sky, it doesn't do so willingly. It doesn't choose to fly. It is merely pushed by the winds. And he says those represents those generations of Jews who came back to the land of Israel because they were pushed by the clouds and the winds of anti-Semitism, which forced them to be expelled from their countries and seek refuge here in the land of Israel. But then he says there are those who will come like a Yonah, like a dove, returning to its nest. When a dove comes to its nest, it flies to its nest because it wants to return home, because it wants to be reunited with its mate, with its children, with its young. He says those are the Jews who come to Israel not to escape persecution, being blown by the winds, but choosing to fly to their nest. And this is the generation we live in. And the soldiers who gave their lives today, especially the lone soldiers, they came from, as the prophet said, Me'eretz, from a land that is far away. They've come, your sons and your daughters. But they didn't come like a cloud that was pushed by winds of persecution, but on the contrary, they came here because they chose to return to their nest. They didn't come to escape persecution and find a safe haven here. They came here to create a safe haven for the Jewish people. They didn't come here with fear, they came with love. They didn't come here fleeing and running, but they came here dancing. One of the mothers who lost her son spoke at the memorial last night, and her son was tragically killed on October 7th. And he was a soldier fighting for the Jewish people. And she said that about a year ago, she became a flight attendant for El Al, so she could be in the clouds closer to her beloved son. And says often when she's flying through the air, she looks out the window and there she could see her image of her son smiling in the clouds. And I thought again about the love and the dedication of a mother, that she just wants to be close to her children. But yes, that's the Jewish people. We carry the memory of our children, of those who fell, who gave their lives, and not just the soldiers, but also all the victims of terror. And we promise them that we will live on as Am Yisrael. We will carry their memory. We will carry their flame of their neshama, their spirit, their ruach, their goodness, their sacrifice, their love. And as they died and gave their lives for the Jewish people, we will live and dedicate our lives to the Jewish nation in their memory as a continuation of their living legacy. Tonight, this country, Israel, will transition from sadness to joy as we celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut. It is in the military cemetery of Har Herzl that the Yom Ha'atzmaut celebration begins, representing the fact that it's through the sacrifice that they made that we were able to come here to the land of Israel. Have a wonderful day and a meaningful Yom HaZikaron.